Hey there, this is K73. I'm a professional video creator, and I upload original sci-fi short films here on YouTube. Starring Ryan Gosling, hundreds of millions in budget, it's been a while since a Western SF blockbuster has successfully drawn crowds back to the theaters. At a glance, Project Hail Mary, PHM, appears to be a typical Hollywood space spectacle. Yet, when you dissect its essence, you realize it is built on a surprisingly minimal, low-budget film structure. The opening in the original novel. A man with amnesia wakes up inside a sterile, white spaceship. The process of deducing who he is and why he is there, relying solely on scientific measurements like falling tape and gravitational acceleration, is pure locked-room mystery. At this stage, not a single millimeter of sci-fi gadgets or flashy spectacle is required. There is only a breakthrough driven by pure logic and the reclamation of identity. In the film, these scenes pass by relatively quickly through brisk editing. This is likely because the audience cannot truly experience the protagonist's loss of identity. Instead, it would become merely several dozen minutes of watching a confused Ryan Gosling. Directors Christopher Miller and Phil Lord, now masters in their own right, and the screenwriting team must have made this digest decision with a heavy heart, as it meant sacrificing the novel's most compelling introductory hook. Yet, the true genius of this narrative lies in the vivid genre crossing it demonstrates midway through. What begins as a solitary survival mystery suddenly transforms into a first contact story, evolving into a cross-species friendship reminiscent of E.T. What awaits after the accumulation of meticulous logic is a profound emotional catharsis, two lonely souls joining hands to save the galaxy. In the film, acknowledging the initial struggle, the production team clearly bet on the friendship with Rocky as their winning move. The attention to detail and affection in the rock-like alien's look and movement are palpable. By narrowing the focus to the relationship between Grace and Rocky, they synthesized a compelling SF epic with the emotional strength of a family movie. In truth, the subject matter itself is so minimal that, with the right ideas and structure, it could be shot by a crew of just a few people. This is precisely why the film's production team must have wrestled with a certain fortunate contradiction. The challenge: how do you reconcile this inherently intellectual and logical fascination with the spectacle required for a blockbuster? The epic-making charm of Andy Weir's novel lay in its persistent, persuasive depiction of the trial and error of the scientific thinking process, something that is by no means inherently cinematic. However, if one tries to fill the aesthetic of that thought process with the flashy action and beautiful VFX that a mass audience demands, the beauty of accumulation risks evaporating. While one is certainly moved by the friendship with Rocky, there was supposed to be a resonance of scientific thought preceding it. It is because their mastery of science became a common language, and because of their absolute trust in learning and process, that the friendship and parting in the novel are so deeply moving. This difficulty in narrative pacing is the most critical point within the film's production. Though the scale is vastly different, in my own work as an SF filmmaker, I have come to believe that what shakes an audience's intelligence is not the scale of the explosion, but the purity of the logic. Whether one can build actions and emotions without contradiction to portray the relationships between characters, that is where the quality of a film is always decided. While lacking the grand scale of PHM, I too am repeatedly experimenting with how to combine logic and social flaws to present a convincing future within limited resources. A 10-minute SF short film, Lost Decade. I hope to stimulate your intellect just a little by placing Japanese history and society upon the altar of science fiction. That's it for today. Catch you in the next one.